Good afternoon, guys. It's 4:56 p.m. Today is September 13th. Today is a Monday. So NQ, right? So basically, let's start with NQ first, right? Because that's the troublemaker. So NQ basically held 360. You know, so it came close towards 300, I would say, but it pretty much held 360. You know, so this is the level that buyers held it today. And so now the question is, if it goes above from today's area is 450, you know, so which is, let's see, do I have this area, this one. So if NQ is staying above this area in the overnight or tomorrow, we are no longer favoring shorts 100%, let's say, right? Up to today we were favoring shorts 100% below this area. You know, that is the idea, and it worked out actually below this area, right? But now, due to today's price action above this area, we will turn neutral. That means we will favor both longs and short in NQ above this area. Okay, below this area we will stay neutral bearish. That means we will favor more shorts than longs. Okay, now if price goes above this area, let's say tomorrow, you know, then we will turn neutral bullish. That means we will favor more long than shorts. Okay, so that is the story for NQ. For ES, right? So ES is all about these levels today, you know, and NQ was all about this. So NQ stayed below this, ES also stayed below both of these pretty much entire day, right? And at the end, towards the end, ES try to close towards this area and NQ close towards 450, still below 520. But now due to intraday price action, 450 is important in general, this area, you know. And for ES, 68 to 64. So for ES above 68, 64, we will turn neutral from neutral bearish. That means we will favor both longs and shorts. Below this area and 64, we will stay neutral bearish, favor more shorts than long. And above this area 88 or today's high 81, 83 in ES, we will turn neutral bullish. That means we will favor more long compared to shorts. Okay, so now I gave you the general overview of what to look for tonight and tomorrow. Now today, so once again, AD 1500 plus, like yesterday, price supposed to go higher, but due to those sellers, which makes sense, price got rejection, right, with this AD. But the problem is when AD starts here plus 1500 in a well above positive territory, due to the gap up, it's difficult to shorts right of the open, you know, because remember, we are not yet into a bearish market, you know. It's just a short-term time frames are turning bearish. So based on the only short term, we cannot short right of the open into 81 area shorts, let's say, right? Because we are day traders, we have to consider the overnight too, right? That is what we consider. So overnight is like this way, stepping up always. That is the issue. Like yesterday, right? Yesterday we missed out the good location for the shorts because of overnight up move. Today was the same story. Because of these levels are important. See, the problem is why overnight is doing this way, right? Because people are buying it in the overnight due to these supports where volume is low, and these are the good midterm supports, these areas, you know, 72, this 68, 56, 46, 45, all this area. And that is the problem, because that's why they are buying it in overnight from these supports. RTS, where the volume comes in, those guys are selling off, you know, they wanted to take it down, but this supports, and then by the time it gets to this supports, actual good support, price is getting exhausted there, and that's why it couldn't go down. And then at the same time, NQ is the troublemaker because it couldn't even go down. So that's why, and all other stocks in the market overall, they are still in a positive territory. See, entire day actually here, entire day stayed pretty much above plus 500. That means stocks are not selling off. So it's hard for a price to go down, you know. So that was the issue today, and that's why it's difficult to short and even hold the shorts, you know, because of these things. So but anyway, so for today you had a both sides trades. You have to pick your side, you know, which side you want to trade. Now based on of the open, we can't do anything, even though knowing this 81 88 area below, sellers are in control, but at the same time price was trading above 68. I want price to stay below 68 today in order for shorts to be active more, right? But it was overnight, it was trading above. So right of the open 81, it can go higher too. So we cannot short here, you know, considering the midterm time frames are still bullish, you know, from these levels, and price is bouncing from this level. See, if price went down here, let's say, right, and then bounced in the overnight, I can understand that it just violated this area. So this area, you know, it's no longer valid kind of stuff, and then I can short, you know. But this area are holding, you know, in the overnight, so buyers are there. We have to consider that thing, right, at the same time. So we cannot short here, first of all, right of the open. And considering this top 80 1500 plus, it is a suicide mission. So we have to wait, right? Then it came down, and it came down to 68 64 area, which is this area, right here, 68 and 64. Here it was a mid and 68 64, and this was stepping up. So same as yesterday, right? You have two views. You can go long here like yesterday I did it, right? And then I change it to the short. So today, since it was trading above 68 and able to go to even 81, and this one was positive at that time, you can even take long at 64. But you have to time it with other market. If NQ is also on the support at the same time, which is if NQ was in the support, you can go long, you know. And but then the problem is you cannot hold it for more because of this rejection, open drive down like yesterday, right? It can just continue to tank, right? So you have to bail out some point, you know. You have to look for exit also at the same time. If price is moving higher, you stay with it, but if it's try to go down, you bail out, right? So this was a good exit right here, you know, here, because when it went higher, ideally it should take out this intraday sellers here, you know. By default seller will be here, which is this area, you know, this resist support turn into resistance idea, right? So it should take out this area, you know, considering this momentum was getting into the market, right, plus 600, it should have easily taken this out, right? But it did not, and it failed and closed below 68 here. So you bail out right here. Yes, it's only like 2-3.4 point profit, but if it works out, you can have a more profit, right? But it did not. And at the same time, you know, sellers responded here, so sellers are there, so you have to manage it accordingly, right? But can you short here? That's the next question, right? Yes, you can short with intraday day traders, but I wouldn't advise. Considering these things and these things higher up, you are not going to short here, you know. But if price takes out this 68 64 again, then you can short, which is if you are monitoring during day time frame, you can short right here, you know, right here, which is I did. I took a short here, you know. So that you can short right here, you know, because now price is confirming, and this momentum failed to take price higher, right? It should have, but it failed. So now you take it, you take the short. But the question is, if it is so positive, most likely if it comes to gap fill, you will run into bullish disconnect scenario. So that means you have to wait for, look for exit also here, because you can't trust this price action anymore, right? So you have to bail out here. See, in and out, you can't hold your short, neither you can hold your long due to these conditions. So bail out here, and after looking at this job, you can even go long here, you know, because nothing is wrong here. It is still good, momentum is good, right? Plus 600 right here, see? So you can go long here, but the same thing, you can't hold it much because of these sellers, and 68 64 will turn into R now. So bail out here, the long. And now what? Can you short here? Not here, because of this, see? And it was rising at that time, right? so you cannot short here, and it was doing mini balance. So now you have to wait for a price to break down this mini balance, pull back somewhere here, and if everything is good, you can short, which is the case here. Look at this, when it popped up here, like here, and a pullback, right? After it break down here, pull back, you can see momentum is now going away. It is also trying to go down, see? So now you can take a short here if you want to, you know, not ideal setup, but at the time NQ was also going down, so you can take a short here. Now you look for breakdown below this area, and if price unable to go down, or AD is, let's say, not going down, trending down, you can bail out, you know, at 45, which is this area, you know, board area, flowback slow, right? Those are the important areas as per pre-market. So here you bail out, you know, because look, this divergence, small divergence, bullish AD divergence, right? Plus 500 AD also, 600 or 700. So you bail out. Now you do not want to go long here, because now price is able to doing step down. Sellers are there, they are proving it, and now it is completely below 68, right, and 88, both the areas. So now the idea is only take shorts, confirm, you know, no more longs now. So because this gap fill also failed here with bullish disconnect, right, because price was able to go through it. So now you look for shorts. Where do you short then, right? Obviously this area, this area, bold support turn into bold R, right? But this area is traded, already provided a response once, you know. So now you have to wait for price. Even price comes here, you cannot short it, because now it already tried two times here, see that? So now you cannot short even here. Only way you can short is break down below this area, you know, this low basically, and then pull back to under this area, 47, 45, then you can short and look for right down to 30 to 25 or 10 or 15 area, you know. But at the same time, NQ was a troublemaker if you are watching NQ, so you have to look for NQ to break down its low too, otherwise it would be difficult for years to go down. So when this breakdown happen, right, and then price pull back, here you can take a long, short, you know, and then you look for a right down. At that point you have to think two things, that hey, price now broke down below it, and now it is below entire day's range. It has a potential to go down, way down, you know, to 45, 25, 10, 15. Only caveat was NQ was unable to break below its low. So if NQ has to break below its low in order for ES to go down, otherwise it will bounce back up, ES will bounce back up, you know. So you are holding these shorts here, looking for a down move, and then you want also AD to break down below this 500 and continue going down, right, which is the case. So here you are holding your shorts, right? Here at this point NQ tested 357, right, and like close to its low, but it was not able to break below it. So you got this bounce, and then again seller responded it, which is you're still holding it. At this point AD was able to go down, and looks like it wants to trend down now. So you hold it, and you want AD to hold here, and price to break below this low, and NQ to go down to its low, break below its low. Here NQ bounced from its low, AD came back up here, and you are out, you know, you just cut your trade right here, because now closing time, it's a closing game going on. Last hour price may reverse too. Considering this bullishness in the AD, momentum was favoring to the downside, but then it was also favoring to the upside. So there is no value from momentum. AD supporting buyers because it's not going down, and it has a chance here. It just blew it apart, you know, seller just screwed it up. So you bail out right here with few points, you know, 2-3 points, whatever you got here, you know. Now can we go long here then? No, you do not want to flip your trade right in the closing time, last 1 hour, assuming that hey, it failed here, now it wants to go to moon. That is not the case. Entire day it stayed down. You do not want to mess around in the closing time, let it go, you know. So there is no trade here. So that's how So that's how we traded today, right? So now what? Now price came back here. Remember I said in NQ in Discord that NQ wants to test 450 once. So at the closing it tested 450. ES tested 68, 64 again. So these two green lines above we will turn neutral and we will favor both sides. Above this red line we will turn neutral bullish in ES. If price is staying below both of all these 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, we will stay neutral bearish. Okay, and that be all for today. Now anything else? Let's talk about quickly gold, right? So gold is again playing ping pong games, right, between 82 and 1800, 1782, 92 and 1800. So there is no need to talk about gold. I did not trade gold unless it just goes out of balance, you know, it's just balancing. Crude above 69.66, buyers are there. That is the case. It just stick with buyers in crude, but right of the open there was a trade going with the flow, you know, above this area. But that trade did not last longer due to that 70.66 area, you know, and then it got rejection from it. So and then it came back up to this area and this area held. So this is the key, 17.18 in crude, you know, and this area, because above this line buyers are still there, right? So crude is a short-term, buyers are above this area, so you favor longs, especially above this area, you know, because this is important area now. Above this still favor buyers, and you get a reactionary shorts from this or today's high, you know, 70.86 area or 70.66 area. So that's how you're supposed to trade crude. And then that be all, you know, easy peasy. I'll see you tomorrow.